So I have been traveling a lot lately, which means staying in a lot of hotels, and I found a nice one here in Asahikawa, Hokkaido that's got some pretty decent features. So I figured I'd give you guys a little bit of a tour. 'Cause why not? Right off the bat by the door, there's this little space here. Just kind of put my bags in there. And as you can see, it's not exactly a very big room, which on surface value might lead you to think that there's not actually a lot to show. While in all fairness, this hotel doesn't exactly have a cockpit inside of it. Yeah, I said a cockpit. I recently stayed in a hotel that had a cockpit in the room. It's a real thing. This room still has its own value. You see, I stay in a lot of these little business style hotels here in Japan, and they can really vary. There are ones that are great and there are ones that are kind of so-so. This one's actually pretty good. It's got some things that I want to show you today, so let's just jump into it and do a little bit of a room tour. So for the most part, what you see is what you get, and albeit this wall is a little fancy, but one of the things that caught my attention instantly is the fact that this hotel bed is a little bit bigger than most business hotel rooms will give you. And very rare for Japanese hotels is that it's got a plug right here by the bed, and it's got a little USB thing. A really common complaint with a lot of Japanese hotel rooms is they don't have enough plugs. A lot of hotels might only have 2 or 3 if you're lucky. This one's not too bad. I think it's got a total of 5, 6 if you include the one in the bathroom. And if you're in a pinch and you need to charge something via USB, I have a little bit of a hotel hack that I use, but it requires you to turn the TV on. A lot of modern TVs actually have a little USB plug at the back there, which sometimes you can use for charging, but more often than not, it only works if the TV's on. I should also mention the name of this hotel, which is the WBF Grand Asahikawa. It's actually right near Asahikawa Station. And aside from how close it is to the station, there are 2 main reasons that I wanted to introduce this hotel to you guys today. Number 1 being some of the neat little features in the room that put a smile on my face that I just kind of wanted to share with you. And number 2 is that a lot of people lately have been saying that when they come to Japan, they're gonna come up to Hokkaido, and I figured it might be nice to share a decent place to stay. I've stayed at a lot of hotels lately, but let me show it to you in just a little more detail. So right over here at the desk, there are a couple features that stand out to me. First off is this little card here says that if you need it, you can rent a computer for 1,000 yen per night or per day or whatever it may be. Obviously super standard stuff like tea and coffee, as well as water in the fridge, entirely complimentary. But one of the things I really liked, and I think it's great for travelers, is this right here. It's actually a free smartphone that you can use. It's got this little card here that kind of walks you through. You get free internet access, there's apps on there, free calls. You can do room-to-room calls, also make international calls to China, Hong Kong, Singapore, South Korea, Thailand, and the States, which is a little disappointing as a Canadian, but still, you've got the options, so. And also, if I can just actually point out how much open space there is on the floor here, more often than not in Japanese hotels, you end up having to open up your suitcase on the bed because there's no space, but I could open up several suitcases here. And one thing that comes standard in a lot of Japanese hotel rooms is the little bathroom. Now this particular type of bathroom is called a unit bath, and it's called a unit bath because it's literally just one unit installed into the room. This particular one does have a washlet installed, as well as all the normal amenities that you would expect at a hotel. In case you don't know, down gives you the tap, and up gives you the shower. As with seemingly almost all hotels in Japan, it gives you the option to control the lights right here. And a neat little feature this one has is a little reading light for nighttime. It's actually my first time to see that. Obviously, most hotels in Japan are gonna have some form of like nightstand. You will have a light by your bed. That's fairly standard everywhere. Also, if you're anything like me and you're not a big fan of listening to all the hotel hallway noise, this nice little additional divider door is definitely a nice touch. A lot of the other hotel features are pretty standard. There's things like pajamas and there's vending machines out in the hallway. This particular hotel also has a really nice onsen built into it. And actually, since I got a little lucky with the onsen this time, there was absolutely nobody in it when I went there. Let me give you just a quick peek around. You wash up over here, and they have a variety of different baths at different temperatures. And you know what, while we're here, why don't we cover breakfast as well? It was a fairly standard hotel buffet style breakfast with one very nice surprise addition, which was an ice cream machine. So obviously I grabbed ice cream for breakfast. But there is one more thing that's interesting to mention about Japanese hotel rooms, and this is common with a lot of Japanese hotels, and it's TV. While normal TV is no problem, you can just turn it, that's loud, turn it on and watch it. If you want to watch movies or the video on demand or anything, there's actually a ticket machine out in the hallway where you can buy 1,000 yen pass and then you enter the pin code on the TV. This is a system that you actually find in a lot of hotel rooms in Japan. It feels very, very 80s to me. Like, it feels really. This is actually the 5th, 6th, maybe 7th hotel that I've stayed at in Hokkaido this year. Yeah, I've been to Hokkaido a lot this year. I've got to get out and just do some driving in Hokkaido and explore, but that's a talk for another time. And I feel that this hotel itself is actually fairly representative of what Hokkaido or most of Japan really has to offer. It's a fairly standard hotel. This one has interesting little features like the phone. I like the phone, like especially if you're visiting from overseas and you don't have access to, it's nice, it's nice. I often travel with my little Wi-Fi router from iVideo, but while Wi-Fi is great, obviously it doesn't give you access to phone calls unless you've registered for some VoIP service or something like that. But anyway, I'm actually off to Fukuoka, probably actually by the time this video goes up. Like if you're watching this when it came out, I will be in Fukuoka right now. So simultaneously hello from both Hokkaido and Fukuoka at the same time. And actually the hotel that I'm in right now in Fukuoka, yes, hello from Fukuoka, has some similar features like my favorite little phone, and let me just quickly show you around here too. So this is the room here in Fukuoka, really not that much different from the room in Hokkaido. Again, a fairly standard unit bath. One thing that I saw here that was a little bit different is a switch for the Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi's on. I really do like the addition of these little handy phones in the rooms though. I'm starting to see these more and more in hotels around Japan, and I think it's a good little feature. Anyway, I have shamisen stuff to attend to, so back to Hokkaido. And I'm actually going up there to do a little bit of a shamisen performance, and then afterwards work on another project or two down there. And yes, of course, I will be bringing you guys along to Fukuoka. Considering how much I travel though, like how many places I go in Japan, I kind of feel like a little bit of a series on what hotels are like in each area might be warranted, but at the same time they're kind of all the same. That being said, if I find one that's really unique, I'll be sure to share it with you. In the end, all of this is just kind of my opinion, my experiences, my introduction. If you've stayed at a Japanese hotel before, how does this stack up though? Is this better than the place that you stayed, or is it not as nice as the place you stayed? If you stayed anywhere like really fancy and ritzy, let me know. I kind of want to hear about it. Maybe I'll go check it out sometime. Also, if you're new to the channel and you don't know, yes, I like to hang out with you guys down in the comments, so just feel free to go nuts down there. I reply to as many as I can. I don't always get all of them, but I additionally, while filming this video, more things went wrong than went right. So I feel like this is definitely one of those episodes where I'm gonna roll out on a couple of bloopers. And now I totally forget what I was gonna say. This is not going well. I'm actually trying to stand this thing on a dehumidifier right now because I didn't bring like a tripod. And actually just a moment ago, I knocked over the dehumidifier onto the chair, spilling all the water out. What? I'm not even tired or anything. It's not going well today. Look at the chair. Norm, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? My favorite was definitely out. I bit my tongue really. I taste blood. This is actually, oh, I forgot it's wet. I'd say problem solved, but I think we all know it's far too late. I really do like this little phone though. Best part of this whole video, I actually had to delay the entire thing by like an hour because when I first came in and went to open the door, I smacked myself right in the head and I had this line right here and I had to wait for it to go away. Can you imagine if I just did the entire video with just a red line right down my face? Didn't even acknowledge it, like didn't even say anything about it. Just did the video, line on my face, just like it was a normal thing.